Hi guys, how is everyone doing today? Well, we are having another live cryptocurrency chat, and please join us because we're talking about South Korea's crypto regulations. That's the big news and the hot topic of today. Yesterday, we were talking all about SegWit2x. Now we're talking about South Korea's regulations. So actually, when we were speaking about SegWit2x hard fork yesterday, we were already during the live chat, the price of Bitcoin on some exchanges had actually fallen below 15,000. So that was yesterday. That was actually kind of late last night where I am. And today, the price of Bitcoin fell underneath 15,000. So according to coinmarketcap.com, we actually saw it drop lower. It actually reached as low as 14,000. Now we're seeing it move back up, and according to coinmarketcap.com, it's around 14,679. Please join us and say hi to us in the live chat if you are there, and share with us your thoughts on the price of Bitcoin as we speak and on South Korea's new regulations. Do you think they're making the right move? So if we look at the markets, Bitcoin right now on Bitfinex, it is 13,900 on Bitfinex, and that's Bitcoin against the US dollar. Bitcoin against Korean won, that's 18,000. Yesterday, I think we were seeing around 19, 20,000. Today, it's down to 18. Of course, that's why if you look at the different prices, of course, it's so big in Korea because of the overheated market. On GDAX, it's 14,256. On Bittrex, it's 17,000. Hi guys, make sure to join us. If anyone is watching, let us know where you watching from, which country are you in, and what do you think about everything that's going on with South Korea. So, South Korea's new reg, of course, in September, South Korea already kind of had a little bit of a crackdown following China. It's had a crackdown on ICOs. And it's been, it hasn't, it's still in South Korea, people have been buying Bitcoin like crazy. But in September, South Korea's financial regulator banned initial coin offerings. And now what they want to do is they want to bring in more transparency and more legislation. So this will actually give power to regulators to shut down cryptocurrency exchanges if they need to do it. So there will be a ban on opening anonymous cryptocurrency accounts. And the idea of this is actually to increase transparency. And the regulator will also actually wants exchanges to have proper cybersecurity and proper KYC, which is know your client processes. So they want to put more KYC in place. These actually seem to be quite good moves. They want more transparency. They want to cool down the market because it seems to be a bit exaggerated and a bit overheated. So they do want to bring in more regulations, but this should be good for people because it wants to make sure that people are not losing out. And of course, encouraging exchanges to have proper cybersecurity. That is definitely not a bad thing, because of the WannaCry attacks we saw this year, of all the different cyber attacks that have hit different places. I think it's important to have proper cybersecurity. So feel free to say hi in the chat. Hi. What to do with Bitcoin, sell or hold? I mean, that's always the big question. We started to see it slip last night. It was slipping, it fell today. It looks like it's getting a bit better now. So it fell all the way down to 14,000 today, but it looks like it's growing. I mean, if you are a believer in Bitcoin, then you should hold on to your Bitcoin. But if not, then sell it. But it's not the best price to sell it at right now. So, it's obviously, it would be much nicer if it was 20,000. But a lot of people are still strong believers. So at the end of the day, it's up to you. Do your research and think. Anyone else have advice for him? What he thinks? Because I cannot give personal advice because I'm not a strategist. But if you guys would like to give him some advice, you should let him know in the chat. Okay, so a little, before we move on to the SegWit 2X, which we discussed yesterday, let's take a little look again at what exactly South Korea plans to do. So, the government actually issued their statement today, and the government warned several times that virtual currencies cannot play a role as an actual currency and could result in high losses due to excessive volatility. They also said that cryptocurrency speculation has been irrationally overheated in Korea. Now, if you look at the price, it tends to be much bigger than everywhere else. For example, today is 18,000, where in other places it is like 14,000. So there are so many Koreans who really are buying Bitcoin and selling their Korean won. They just cannot get enough of Bitcoin. And so the government said that cryptocurrency speculation has been irrationally overheated, and the government can't let this abnormal situation of speculation go on any longer. So I mean, what they getting people to stop with anonymous cryptocurrency accounts and actually putting their proper name on it. That's not a bad thing. It's not like they want to completely ban or close things down. They just want to make sure that things are done in the correct way, which in the financial industry, having proper KYC processes, having more transparency in terms of names, like using your real name. I mean, this should be good because this, we don't want Bitcoin just to be now and then everyone just sells it. We really want Bitcoin to be the future. And if we all are true believers in Bitcoin and it can be the future, then we need to have proper KYC processes and proper cybersecurity in the exchanges, and of course proper customer service in the cryptocurrency exchanges. At the end of the day, we're putting our faith in Bitcoin. So we, it should be done in the right way. So people are not losing their money, but are gaining money and are being rewarded for their belief in the blockchain community and in cryptocurrencies. Well, hi there. You asked what to do with Bitcoin, buy, sell, or hold your Bitcoin. Well, Darpan, I did not ignore you. I said if you were a believer in Bitcoin and you believe it could, I said if you're a believer in Bitcoin and you think it has a future, then you should obviously hold it. And do not sell it, but I cannot give personal advice as I am not a strategist. I can just tell you what the situation is, and that right now 14,000 is obviously, you don't have to be a genius to realize that 14,000 is probably not the best time to sell. And if we look at the charts right now, it is actually going up to, it started to go back up to 15, looking like it was going back to 15, but now it's going back to 14. Hi guys, please be nice in the live chat and please be nice to each other. The whole point of the cryptocurrency community is that we are all nice to each other, and it's a nice time to talk about the cryptocurrency markets and give each other advice. And Darpan, yeah, my advice was that 14, around when it's underneath 15,000, it's not the best time to sell. But like I said, I cannot actually give advice, so I'm not an astrologist. But it's you know, most people would probably say hold on to it until it gets higher. I mean, John McAfee believes that Bitcoin is actually going to reach like 1 million by 2020. People believe it could be 30, 40, 60,000, 2018. It could all crash. That's the thing. No one actually knows. So nobody's a psychic. We cannot tell you what to do with your money and with your investments, because you need to also take a look at the charts and just see, are you a believer or are you not? Okay, well, taking a look at Ripple, actually Ripple bagged third place in terms of market cap, actually. It has jumped into third place, Ripple's cryptocurrency XRP. As I said yesterday, in the long term, Ripple's XRP looks interesting because it's considered the banker's coin, because it has a lot of important supporters like the former US Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke. In the long run, now if you're doing short-term buying and selling, it's probably not going to be the best option. Maybe you want to have a look at other altcoins, even the smaller cryptocurrencies, if you want to make big gains in the short term. But if we're looking in the long term, it could be good, because you know, often when everything is in the red and everything is experiencing losses, Ripple's cryptocurrency XRP actually gains, because it is different to the other ones. It has this reputation of being a little different. And of course, its speed of transactions is actually quite amazing. So no one else can compete on that front. But at the same time, people say it's not really a cryptocurrency. It's not about this decentralization. It's more centralized, and it's a banker's coin, and it shouldn't really be there. But in terms of stability, it seems to have some stability, and it could be a good one in the long term. But for short term, you might be interested in some other ones. And yeah, so it gained when everything else had experienced its losses today. Ripple's XRP actually gained 1.8% over the past 24 hours. And the price, I think, is around $1.37. And it's in third place in terms of market cap, has a market cap of over 52 billion. And I think it's in second place. Yep, it's in second place in terms of volume. Yeah, right now, yeah, it was 1.37. Now it's just down to $1.36. But if you're looking at any charts, obviously it has been growing. On Wednesday, December 27th, Ripple's XRP jumped to $1.46. And now it's around 136, 137. Will it be able to get to $2 in January? Really, it all depends. It looks like it could, but share with us your predictions. Hi guys, so let's focus on what's going on right now in terms of crypto news. What do you think about the regulations that South Korea's government has brought in? I mean, do you think they are good? Do you think they are bad? Because it's not like they want to close down the exchanges. It's not like they're saying, like, let's just get rid of everything. What they are trying to do is to make it a bit better for actual people themselves, to bring in a little bit more transparency, to actually make cryptocurrency exchanges abide by regulation more, to actually bring in KYC processes, but also what's quite important is to encourage them to use proper security for exchanges. So this is actually quite a good thing. Okay, and let's move on, I guess, before I will let you go, because I will be back later. But before I let you go, we'll take a quick look at the SegWit 2x hard fork. Now, a lot of people are going a bit crazy over it, because some people obviously are supporters, some people are not. There are definitely two teams. One which is saying, let's do this, let's do it, it's great for everyone. The other team is saying that it's not like the fork that was meant to happen in November. It's completely different. Who is this team behind it? People, like, I think that it's a little bit of a fishy situation. Some people are saying that the team behind it don't actually have experience in blockchain. They don't really know what they're doing. Some of the members of the team apparently are not even on LinkedIn. There are a lot of different rumors going around. And definitely two teams, one who are completely for it and one who are completely against it. Now, the idea is after the launch of the fork, each Bitcoin owner will be able to get the cryptocurrency B2X in a 1-to-1 ratio. And also a very nice bonus. So like the idea is that Satoshi's bitcoins that were mined during his first years of the network existence will actually be proportionally distributed among those who supported the cryptocurrency. So yeah, it's quite a thing. But some people say it's too good to be true, and some people are completely against it, and some people are saying it's good for the Bitcoin holders. Should I hold Bitcoin before the fork? We really don't know exactly how this fork is going to impact the price. I mean, we could end up seeing Bitcoin fall to as low as 10,000 or even further, or we could see it hit a record high, because look, it's like the last time we saw it hit like 20,000 not that long ago, December 17th. And now the price has been, rebounded, been pretty low. We saw it fall to like as low as like 13,000 really, or 12,000 even on December 22nd, right before Christmas. Now it's up again. It's bounced back slightly, but it's still under 15,000. So really, like, we could see it hit another record high in the new year. Even before the new year, it could, because the price is pretty low now. But none of us are psychics. None of us know really what's going to happen. So it's just important to follow the news, follow what's going on Twitter. But because there's a lot of uncertainty, because there are two teams, like haters and lovers, it's kind of hard to know exactly what's going to happen. But but not everyone is supporting the Segwit 2X, because some people are saying it's a complete scam. There are a lot of posts on Reddit that are saying don't follow it. It's not true. It's not real. It's not the same that was supposed to happen before. Yeah, so what makes it a scam? Well, I'm not saying it is a scam. I'm just saying that some people yesterday were saying that it's a scam, because they said that it's not possible, that about these Satoshi coins, and they're also were saying, like, who is this team? Who are these people? They have no experience. Some of the team members don't have LinkedIn accounts. The people a lot of people were asking questions on Twitter about it. They just weren't sure about, and it just, for some people, it didn't really make sense. So there was a post on Medium by Nicholas Etienne yesterday, and he titled it "Fake Segwit 2X Fork" by the Jap Turlo. And so he's calling it scam. He says that this supposed Segwit 2X from b2xsegwit.io, that they are talking about the 4 MB block size, and he said it just isn't consistent with the Segwit 2X protocol of an 8 MB block size. And he also said that they are hiding the Bitcoin size increase in their FAQ. So he had a good look at the details of the site, of the Segwit 2X project site, and he said it's just, for him, that's just his take. For him, it's not consistent. For him, it doesn't add up. Now, he is not alone. There are a lot of other people on Twitter who also have questions, who also have concerns. One person stated that it is hitting a new low in crypto scams. It is having a real impact on Bitcoin, and worse than ever we have seen so far. Another person said that he believes the new coin is trash, but we might see a trend reversal again. I mean, there are just a lot of different opinions. Some people believe it's going to be amazing because Bitcoin holders will be rewarded, but some other people just say it's too good to be true. So there are really two teams, two sides of the story. The team is not that big. People don't really know who they are. Some of them are not on LinkedIn. These are just some of the concerns out there. And actually, if we look at, other projects and stuff, there was never as big, there weren't that many questions or concerns, which there are a lot of concerns going around. So, I mean, when people are saying scam, we have to listen and ask and wonder why they're saying this, because they're not saying it for no reason at all. They are just sharing their opinion. So we need to listen and figure out and just take a look at the concerns. Should I buy Bitcoin now as it is going down? Well, you don't want to buy Bitcoin when it's 20,000 or 60,000. I mean, if you look like it's some piece, I do not give specific any advice because I'm not a strategist, so I cannot provide you with investment advice. But if you look at it, like it's underneath 15,000 now, and you don't want to buy it when it's 20,000. And in December, we saw it at 16, we saw it at 19. So so it's not, the price is not a bad price if you're looking at it over the last, since since December 8th, it's been like 18,000. The last time we saw, like, on December 6th, it was like 13,000, 14,000 December 6th. So the price, I mean, can it go lower? That's the question. Obviously, that's the whole point of speculation. You need to know, like, you need to try and figure out yourself if you think it'll go to as like to low, to a lower level, and then you can buy then. What probably the best thing to do is to keep an eye on it throughout the next few hours and see how low it can go, and then try to buy it when it's at a good point. Just we we still a good deal at 20,000. Well, to be honest, when I saw that was 20,000, I was completely shocked because I did not see it going to that price until April, and like we can all kid ourselves, but when we were looking back at predictions, nobody really was actually saying it back then. Everyone a few months ago in September, everyone was saying maybe 12, 15,000, like 15,000 was a good prediction by like December, the end of December, but 20,000 was not what people were expecting. But now, when it hit 20,000, then people were saying, oh, it's going to be 60,000 in 2018. And McAfee says 1 million in 2020. But the Acri said we all knew Bitcoin from the beginning, and still the price went over 18,000. Well, the thing is, the price skyrocketed after Thanksgiving. So we all knew about Bitcoin from the beginning. Not everyone did, I would say. Like this summer, Bitcoin, like everyone knew it existed, everyone knew about it, but people just weren't really trusting it. They were like, it's like at 1,500, and I mean, spring, and in springtime, people were saying it was overpriced. When it hit 2,000-3,000 in the summer, people were like, no way, it's way overpriced. But of course, after Thanksgiving, when when it became like a discussion at the Thanksgiving tables, that's when really, it just went crazy after that. Yep, Single Bruce said, in 12 months' time, we will look back and think 20,000 was a bargain. Well, that's what you think. So you will, if that's the case, in 12 months' time, Single Bruce, what price do you think Bitcoin will be in 12 months' time? Is Bitcoin really a bubble? Well, that's what anyone who has studied finance will say Bitcoin is a bubble. That's what all people who've studied finance will say. The crypto fans, the people who have not really studied finance, but who have been in the Bitcoin stuff for a long time now, they will say it is not a bubble because it does not compare to the other types of bubbles we have seen. And they said a lot of people say that it has a lot more room to grow. 100,000 easy, 12 months time. Well, in Ripple news, the main thing was that it jumped into third place in terms of market cap, and 70,000 says. So that was the main news, is that it jumped into third place in terms of market cap. The price gained like 8%. It went to like 137, $1.37. Its market cap now is about 52 billion. So the the Tokyo-based financial services company SBI Holdings and its subsidiary SBI Ripple Asia, they've actually established this consortium with, and now some Japanese credit card companies are utilizing the blockchain technology. Like when we hear some of this stuff, we see kind of a little bit of a boost in the price. Of course, it has it's Ripple's CEO. He is definitely a good PR guy. He's always trying to get himself in the media. He's always promoting it. He said we're going. The CEO of Ripple is Brad Garlinghouse. And he said that we are going to invest in the ecosystem to both help accelerate the adoption of Ripple's technology. So Ripple's technology is what kind of separates it apart from the other ones, because its transaction speed is super, super quick and no one can really compete. He also said one of the things we will all have to remember is the value of a token over the long term is really going to be driven by its utility. There's no question there's a lot of hype in the system. And of course, earlier this month, several Japanese banks and South Korean banks, it came out in the media that they are testing Ripple's system for cross-border payments. Because its speed is super, super quick. Some people, Dan SP says, buy Ripple while it's cheap. No, it has not happened yet today. The last time Segwit2x posted on a Twitter page was about 7 hours ago. It said that Bitcoin Indonesia will support withdrawal of B2X. Well, we have a lot of Ripple fans with us today. Okay guys, well I will be back. I'm going to leave it for now because I will be back later when we have more price movements and when we have more breaking news. So please come and join us again later today because we will be back again with a... Yep, Ripple fans are everywhere. That is true. Okay, well we will be back later with another update. Wow, Dan, you got them at 22 cents. Good for you. That's nice work there. Okay, so we will be back later with another update. See you next time, and see if you are awake and you're not asleep. If it's not too late for you, we'll be back in a couple of hours. So join us then, and of course, don't forget to take a look. Oh, Jazz. Hi, sorry you arrived at the end, but we will be back in a few hours, I promise. We will be back today with another update. We will be keeping a close eye on the SegWit 2X hard fork when that happens, and when we have some sudden price movements and something happens, we will be back ASAP to bring you an update. Okay, so in the meantime, have a look at the News BTC website, have a look at some of the articles. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Medium, and see you guys again later. Thank you all for your input. Watching all the way from Kashmir, that's pretty cool. Have a nice day and see you later. Thanks for watching.